could love? That expression could have been coined for Trevor Murdoch.
Hey, look, there's no doubt that Murdoch will never, ever win any beauty contest. He's here to beat down his opponent and pick up wins. He's sure.
And there's no doubt that he's made a name for himself doing just that. Although I have to admit, I'm not a fan of his methods.
What's with you, Cole? You don't like his look? You don't like his stuff? You know, instead of showboating to the fans, maybe you should really keep your end to this match.
Come on, Taz. You're looking at a superstar who can beat off a crowd and use that energy to win the match. Look at that. That's going to go over big with the fans and build some momentum at the same time.
You really got to watch out for your opponent when they're getting fired up like this.
He was one step ahead on that one. And the crowd has come alive tonight with a chant directed at the superstars in the ring.
Yeah, and you can't let that break your focus.
What a counter that was. It makes me sick when I think of some of the things Joey Mercury has gotten away with around here. He's never met a rule he would break.
Yeah, but there's no denying it's paying off for him. He dodged that bullet.
Great reversal. What a reversal.
This is one heck of a match so far.
It sure is, Taz. What do you think the highlight has been so far?
That'll probably come a little bit later on in the match, when you decide to shut your yap for a few seconds, and I can enjoy it in peace.
Well, excuse me for doing my job, partner. Sorry to have disturbed you.
Nice quick counter. You know, Cole, I'd ask you who you were pulling for in this match, but I think it's pretty obvious since the beginning who you're rooting for.
I never claimed to be completely objective, Taz. It's no secret I respect superstars who stick within the rules and show some sportsmanship in the ring.
You gotta understand, Cole. I know it ain't exactly kosher, but you're putting your body on the line in there. You gotta do whatever it takes to protect yourself and pick up the win.
Kaz, you're talking about two different things. Going outside the rules in the name of self-defense is one thing, but cheating to steal a victory and enhance your own career is something completely different. And there's the reversal.
Hey, the ref's got a tough job. I mean, trying to keep these superstars on the up and up, that's hard.
Well, it's easier to get some superstars to play by the rules than others.
You know what, Cole? If you're gonna get on your high horse again and give us another lecture about playing fair, I swear to God, I'm gonna throw up.
Is it so wrong to ask a superstar to play by the rules, Taz? That doesn't seem to be so unreasonable to me.
That's because you never competed in a match, Cole. If you did, you'd know that you gotta do whatever it takes to win. If that means bending the rules a bit, well then, that's just the way the cookie crumbles.
Wow, listen to that chant, Taz.
I'll tell you what, if you got the crowd on your side or against you, it makes a huge difference, believe me.
I don't think I've ever seen a superstar make the kind of impact that Umaga has ever since coming to the WWE.
Oh, he's made some waves for sure. When you're this large, it's not hard to do.
6'4" and 350 pounds. He truly lives up to his nickname, the Samoan Bulldozer. Wow, look at him up there, trading shots back and forth. Both of these superstars are determined to stay on the ladder. Textbook reversal. Can he follow up?
That briefcase is just a couple of inches away. These WWE fans just can't get enough of these superstars.
He senses some grogginess in his opponent.
Oh, there it is, the code of silence. You know what? That don't look like it tickles. You like tickling, don't you, Mikey? If your opponent knocks you down from there, you might as well throw in the towel. There's not an ounce of quitting either one of these superstars, but someone's going down. Gregory Helms is one of the most most dangerous cruiserweight.
This is going to require more strength than that.
You gotta be dreaming.
These competitors are going to trade blows until someone falls off the ladder. I think we're hearing the First Amendment.
Oh my God, they're tearing each other apart up there. Wow, now that one's not Marufa. But you know what they say, it's not a crime if you don't get close.
I don't believe it. How could the referee have missed that? I hope this referee is paying very close attention here tonight because Vito will do whatever it takes to win this match.
Oh man, I think he's going in for a kill.
The code of silence. What an impact!
Trevor Murdoch is a prime example of what you call your classic, prototypical, old. Neither one of these guys can afford to get knocked off that ladder. Trading soup bones 15 feet in the air. I don't believe it. Man, I almost feel bad for JR and King. When's the last time you think they saw a match this good?
I couldn't tell you, Taz. I don't know if they've ever had anything this good on Raw.
Me neither. Because I guess that just makes...
Oh my God, this could be it.
You're not kidding. I think he just crushed his opponent's throat with that Samoan spike. This Joey Mercury is cocky. Unlike you, Cole, where you just kind of smell like food.
You want to take a moment and think about what you just said there, partner?
I'll tell you what, right now, Cole, there's not enough room up there for both of them. Whoever loses this fight's gonna have a long fall in their immediate future.
If he can grab that briefcase, he gets the contract.
I'm telling you, Umaga has not been around here for long, but let's face it, he's racked up some impressive victories since he showed up with WWE.
You're not wrong, partner. He made an impressive debut by utterly destroying the Nature Boy Ric Flair. Though nobody's managed to stand in his way for long. This is not a fight that either superstar can afford to lose.
He's got his opponent right where he wants him.
And there it is, the code of silence. That big butterfly DDT might mean the beginning. Here. What incredible intensity from these two superstars. Uh-oh, here it comes. The Samoan spike. And that move can crush your windpipe and leave you completely incapacitated. This capacity crap.
He's going for it. This one could be over right now.
If he can win this struggle, he might just win the match. Never have so few inches seemed so far away.
Looks like they're slowing the pace down a little bit here.
Neither one of these superstars wants to be the one to fall off the ladder.
Only one of these superstars is gonna hold on, but who's it gonna be? Well, the name of the game is to beat your opponent down so they can't do a thing about it. And that's exactly what's happening here. See action like this every day, Cole.
You sure don't, Taz. And we've got the best seats in the house.
No doubt, front and center. We couldn't be any closer to this match without being in it.
Well, that's your territory, partner, not mine. I'm perfectly happy staying right where I am.
Man, just can't put anything over on these fans.
You sure? This is a pivotal moment. Whoever comes up short here might just lose the match.
It's a long fall for whoever loses this fight, Cole. These superstars give everything they got when they're in a match like this. But a lot of people don't realize what they sacrifice behind the scenes also.
No question. If you want to make it in the WWE, you've got to sacrifice just about everything for your career. It has to be as important to you as these superstars are beating the hell out of each other 15 feet in the air.
I have never seen two competitors more determined to beat the living hell out of each other.
You know, Taz, I wish Gregory Helms had stayed on Raw. He was a fan favorite, and he didn't have the chip on his shoulder that he's got these days.
Yeah, but he was also dressed up like some kind of goofy, crazy superhero. And there ain't no cruiserweight title on Raw.
Well, then maybe I just... Neither superstar is giving an inch, but only one of them can stay up there. And this could be the Money in the Bank match right here. Each of these competitors is looking for the slightest hint of weakness in the other.
That's the law of the jungle, Cole. An injured superstar.
He's measuring his opponent.
to the beam.
He could win the Money in the Bank match right here.
Somebody better stop him or this one's over. Oh, man, he almost got it. He's almost got it, Cole. This could be it. Nah, not for nothing. This Vito is a bona fide monster. He'll tear you limb from limb just as soon as you look at him.
You might be alone on that one, Taz. I don't think Vito enjoys much support from these fans here tonight. It sounds like this capacity crowd is something on their minds, Taz.
Yeah, and thousands of paying customers in the world.
Trevor Murdoch is a nasty, brutal competitor, and I think these fans would like to see him get his comeuppance here tonight.
Oh, yeah? Well, I'll tell you what. I think the WWE fans would like to see and hear you stop saying words like comeuppance. What the hell is that?
It seems to me like Mercury could use a serious attitude adjustment, and he might just get it here tonight.
I think that's just wishful thinking on your part. Why are you so down on Mercury anyway? What this guy ever do to you? Whatever happened to the part of a broadcaster being objective out of it?
Objective? It's pretty funny, coming from someone who could pass for Mercury.
This is never, ever going to work. Not in a million years.
I hate to say it, but I think you're right, Taz.
Seeing a match like this makes me proud to be part of this company.
I'm with you, partner. You just can't experience a thrill like this anywhere else.
And that's because you ain't gonna see athletes like this anywhere else.
You certainly aren't. They're the greatest athletes in the world, and this is the only place you'll see them doing what they do best. Oh no, I think he's bleeding from that last shot.
Whoa, you're not kidding, Cole. He's busted wide open.
Get in there and take a look at him, ref.
Man, I can't tell you how impressed.
I knew it was only a...
He's looking to finish off his opponent right here.
And that could do it. The Samoan Spike has claimed many a victim, and we might be able to add one more to the list here tonight. I think that if one of these superstars successfully executes their finishing move, this one...
He's been looking for that all match, Cole, and now he's taking advantage.
Come on, partner. Taking advantage is a rather generous way to put it. He's cheating, plain and simple. There's so much we don't know about the vicious Samoan bulldozer known as Umaga.
He's 6'4", 350 pounds, and he'd just as soon tear your head right off your body. What more do you need to know? Oh, I think these fans have got a little something they want to share with us.
And they're right, Taz. They paid for their tickets after all. These superstars have inflicted so much damage on each other that I'm getting exhausted just watching them.
I've been looking forward to this match all night long, Cole.
So have I. It's certainly been one of the most anticipated matchups in recent weeks.
And usually when you have that kind of hype, it's really tough to live up to the expectations. But these superstars ain't having any trouble doing that.
They sure aren't. And that's an impressive thing in and of itself. And it looks like he's bleeding. This is not going to help his chances.
Well, that depends, Cole. I mean, some guys, they go a little nuts at the sight of their own blood, and they become unstoppable.
Well, that doesn't seem like a good strategy to me. I hope he ends this before he suffers a serious injury.
I love hearing the crowd come alive, even when I don't exactly agree with what they're saying.
Me too. And I do agree with what they're saying, Taz.
These superstars are on top of their game, but only one of them is going to have their hand raised at the end of this one.
And that's a real shame because, like you said, this has been a great match so far.
But what do you want, Cole? You want to say that everyone wins so nobody gets their feelings hurt?
I never said that. I'm just saying that in a great match like this, everyone involved deserves deserves credit for it. Oh, my God. Look at the blood just pouring down his face.
I love it when these superstars just go in there and beat the holy high hell out of each other.
I don't know that I agree with that, Taz. I hate to see a superstar risk a serious injury like this.
I'll tell you, all the WWE superstars are legit tough guys. But that briefcase is so close, all he's got to do is just reach out and grab it. It's so close.
Oh, no. We've seen this before.
We sure have. The Samoan Spike. Oh, man, let me tell you, that's a move that'll take the fight out of you in a heartbeat. Looks like they might be taking this match down a notch here, Cole.
The pace of the match may have slowed, but the...
Almost got it. So close. The smartest thing Gregory Helms ever did was getting rid of that stupid, goofy superhero costume he used to wear.
You say that, but quite frankly, I liked Helms a lot better when he was the Hurricane, and I think those fans would agree.
Look, superheroes are fine when you're like 8, or if you have the mental capacity of an 8-year-old, kind of like you. There's not a superstar in a locker room who can afford to ignore these fans, Cole.
You're right about that. Without the fans, we'd all be out of a job. This is a big risk. Will it pay off? Vito is absolutely ruthless, and I, for one, hope that he meets his match here tonight.
Let me tell you something right now. I grew up on the streets, and I know a lot of paisans like Vito. And these aren't the type of guys you want to talk smack about, if you get my drift.
Oh, I get your drift all right, Taz. But I think Vito's got bigger things going.
You know, there is such a thing as playing to the crowd a little too much, and that's exactly what I'm seeing here.
I disagree. He's wrestled this match his way all along, and now we see it paying off.
Great reversal. I gotta tell you, I didn't expect these guys to go off on each other the way they have tonight. This has been brutal, this match so far.
Well, Taz, it's not ballet, you know.
Oh, really, Cole? Gee, here I was wondering what happened to the pointy-toed shoes and the frilly little skirts. You know what? Maybe I should go check your closet. Man, I'm telling you, from my in-ring experience, trust me, you could cut this tension with a knife.
I don't think you need in-ring experience to feel the tenacity radiating off these superstars, Taz. I don't think anything could be more obvious.
Spoken like a guy who's never been in there, Cole. Trust me, when it comes down to you or them, it's a whole different level of intensity.
I'll have it. Oh, my God! This could be the end of the match! Can he reach it?
I'll tell you, they broke the mold when they made a superstar like Trevor Murdoch. And what an ugly mold it must have been.
And thank goodness for that. One Trevor Murdoch is quite enough. Thank you very much. Joey Mercury certainly made an impact here on Smackdown, but I wonder how successful he would be if he actually made an effort to compete by the rules.
What is with your obsession with following the rules? What about this rule? Not coming on TV looking and acting like a jerk.
There's a difference between bending the rules and breaking them, Taz, and Mercury has shown time and time again that he won't hesitate to do either.
Well, it's like I always say. It's not how you play the game, it's whether you win or lose. And I don't think Mercury would disagree. That's the way you do it. Nothing like the sight of your own blood to take the fight right out of you.
I hope this is over soon. No matter how many times I see this, I just can't get used to it.
Are you getting a little squeamish, Cole? Come on, I think this is badminton. When you see this level of competition, Cole, there is no doubt that SmackDown's just head and shoulders better than Raw.
I couldn't agree more, Taz. Raw has some incredible superstars, no question about it.
seriously sit there and say that there's anyone on the Raw roster you'd want to have here on SmackDown?
Ladies and gentlemen, we are seeing an incredible display of athletic ability here tonight.
What do you expect, Cole? He's a WWE superstar for crying out loud. They're the greatest athletes in the world.
True enough, Taz. There's no off-season for them. There's no month or two off between matches.
There sure ain't, Cole. I mean, these guys are here week in and week out, and every night they leave it in the ring.
And they do it all for the WWE fans, Taz. Without them, none of us would even be here.
If you're watching this, don't try this stuff at home.
Absolutely not. These are trained WWE superstars, and even they wind up seriously injured sometimes.
No joke, Cole. These guys know what they're doing. Hence the word, trained professionals. I'll tell you, I've never been in Samoa, but after watching Umaga in action, I'm not in a hurry to go.
You and me both, partner. We've heard that Umaga is one of a kind, and for the sake of the rest of the WWE superstars, let's hope that's true. I think he could be going home with the Money in the Bank briefcase right here.
I think we know which way this one's gonna go, Paul.
Actually, Taz, from my perspective, I think it could go either way.
And what perspective would that be exactly? The perspective of somebody who has a neck that resembles a stack of diamonds? Talk about being a little delusional.
The size difference between them is just too much. Certainly is, and that move leaves little doubt about who's in control of this match.
It's so great seeing these athletes compete here tonight. I had a feeling they were going to wind up against each other sooner or later.
There were times when it seemed like it wasn't going to happen, but I can't tell you how glad I am that it did.
That's for sure. You know, anytime you throw these kind of combustible elements into a match, you're guaranteed to get a hell of a show.
And that's exactly what we're seeing here tonight. What an incredible match we've seen so far.
It ain't over yet, Cole.
It sure isn't. I think these superstars could keep going for quite a while longer.
Man, his opponent looked like a poker face. I don't think this is just a match anymore, Cole. This is getting personal.
Well, what do you expect? They've been beating the hell out of each other all match.
Yeah, but it's more than that, Cole. I don't think they would look at each other the same way after this one. Cole, I don't want this match to end.
I'm with you, partner, but it's got to end sooner or later.
Well, whichever way it goes, no one can say that these superstars didn't give everything they've got.
If he grabs that briefcase, this match is over. I think it's a shame the way Gregory Helms threw away all of his fan support when he decided to stop being the Hurricane.
I totally disagree with you, Cole. For me, that's when Helms grew up and started to become a real serious competitor right here in the WWE. I gotta say, Cole, when I first heard about this match, I wasn't sure what to think, but these superstars are blowing me away right here.
Really? As soon as I heard about it, I expected a tremendous matchup, and I haven't been disappointed.
I wouldn't say I'm not disappointed, But I'll talk about getting stuck with you as a broadcast partner. We'll talk about that another time.
Taz, this Vito is a genuine monster, and he's as ruthless as he is ugly.
Jeez, God, oh, keep your voice down. Vito ain't the kind of guy that lets stuff like that slide.
Surely you don't think that Vito would beat me up just because I said something unflattering about him?
Are you kidding me? That's what Vito's all about. And if you keep calling me Shirley, you're gonna get yours, girl pants.
Victory means absolutely everything to these competitors tonight.
Thank you, Captain Obvious. You got others like, I don't know, nobody wants to lose. Or how about this one? The superstar who beats their opponent will be the winner.
How about Taz should spend more time calling the match and less time cutting down his broadcast partner?
And I think these superstars are going to keep it up until they've got literally nothing left to give.
And that's the attitude you have to take to win. You know that your opponent isn't going to hold anything back, and you can't afford to either.
I don't know where you're coming up with this stuff, Cole. Because it's sure not from personal experience, I know that.
I can't believe they let Trevor Murdoch paint in public like this. There must be a half a dozen crying children at ringside right now.
Yeah, the reason why these children around ringside are crying is because they're listening to your goofy face.
I was actually referring to his blue violent style, Taz, but I'm sure that scowl on Murdoch's face isn't helping matters.
Listen closely. Unlike you, this Joey Mercury is a stud, pure and simple. This guy's a pure, great athlete. This kid can go. You are an idiot.
I hate to admit it, Taz, but you're absolutely right. I just wish you could check his ego at the door.
Oh boy, we've seen this one before.